everybody, Shane here, dailyastrocat.com.
And I'm Carrie. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another week.
Welcome to the Lunar Weekly Astrocat Preview.
Yay!
Success comes to those who make time for it.
Making time. I'm still fighting off lingering COVID fatigue. Come
You're
on.
not kidding. I feel you on that one. What a long, strange descent into illness this has been. Just enough strength to get through the workday.
And that's about it. So it's feeling like a total waste of time.
Yep. Well, but you used your time wisely this morning. You cleaned the cat water.
This morning I did.
Mm-hmm.
I cleaned the cat waters and yeah.
And check it out. Look, cats.
It's Boogie in his chair, cleaning his arms.
Is that Boogie in his chair?
Yeah,
That's cool.
that is Boogie in his chair. And
she had to vacuum beforehand. She chased all the cats out of the room, so it was like, run.
Yeah, I'm like that. But Sirius and Dog were sleeping on the back of the couch earlier together. I had the window open because it was a nice,
well, that's when you weren't on the couch.
Anomaly of the day. Yeah, and then Dog was jumping back and forth, like rocking my hip every 5 minutes, just bouncing around.
Sure.
Anyways, that was time to sleep.
Yeah, and we're sleeping earlier, but we're not in the car.
Yeah, that's an anomaly for me too. Usually every time I go in the car on any kind of road trip, I will be in the passenger seat. Anyways, the cats love my new blanket, sleeping on my new blanket. It's now not only my blanket, it's now the family blanket, covered in cat hair.
Like Family Dollar? That's something we like to call.
What do I down for?
All right, so finally she wakes up. All right, there's certain things you should never buy at the dollar store.
I mean, it's not even the dollar store anymore, really. It's like the $1.25 store, right?
All right, but you're feeling my vibe.
Yeah, I don't know, not really.
Well, good. So anyway.
Good.
Yeah. So we watch out for Thursday. Gonna have a similar vibe to this.
Of not feeling the vibe.
No, well, just going back and forth.
All right, well.
Okay, so now we're going to enter the deep dive.
The deep dive?
Yeah.
So who am I going to be?
You're going to be yourself.
Oh, dear.
I'm staying right here.
Oh, dear. All right. Well.
Today, we're going to use today's slightly, it's oddly psychic, okay? And it's a good flow. We're going to tap deeply into some astrological archetypes. It's a bit of an instructional deep dive that's going to tap into our latent psychic powers.
I'm looking forward to this because I'm going to need a few extra explanations in here just to make sure that he's being clear. Because sometimes he relies a little much on intuition with that Mercury and Pisces stuff. And he just assumes that everybody knows what direction he's going in.
Everybody knows what direction I'm going in.
Mad. Completely mad.
All right. It's always interesting to see what tradition brings to the table and how we, as modern astrologers, will break and remake these new associations. Today we're going to mix things up because we're going to talk about numbers.
Oh, numerology. So what is numerology?
Well, it's a study of numbers.
Okay. Oh, that's very funny.
Astrology is a study of astros.
Astros. The study of astros, yes.
Geology is a study of geos. They don't make those anymore.
Oh boy. All right.
Okay. So what do you think it is?
What do I think it is? Yeah. Numerology? It's I feel like it's a cool complementary thing to all that is astrology and kind of the metaphysical studies.
Okay. Now, it's funny because almost all people have an affinity for certain numbers. You have your favorite number. I got some numbers that I like. You got numbers that you like. People have that, and it's everywhere. Okay? Wikipedia defines it as follows. Numerology is a study of an occult, divine, or mystical relationship between a number, 2, 3, or more, one or more coinciding events. Okay? It's also the study of the numerical value of names.
I don't know about events. I would say more like properties and vibes.
I don't know. It's
but
just
that was Wikipedia.
I quoted it directly, so.
But yeah, I remember kind of like charts about that stuff.
With the letters and stuff like that, and like an H is like 2, and like yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Don't get into that stuff. However,
but why not?
Well, because I just don't.
Everybody has their niche.
They do. They do. I mean, there are certain numerical qualities that are assigned to planets. that I can see and I can understand. And this is where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from strictly numerology. I'm just coming from
Right.
going about the planets. Now, we're going to talk about the numbers, but we're also going to talk about tarot associations of the signs. Tarot is an interesting tool. It gets very personal in how it is applied. And I found that in practice, it gives some very adequate insights, particularly for my brain. These cards actually activate our ability to read and interpret the images and the numbers that are on them.
Yeah, it's a good divination tool, as many things are, but this is my favorite, Shane, all mystical and nerdy.
All right, so now we're just going to start contemplating some tarot cards when we're starting on this journey today. So basically what I did was I pulled 3 cards out of the deck, and I also opened the deck and I had 1 card. We're going to talk about that too. All right, but
there's all kinds of layouts and things that you can do for like real tarot questions and stuff. But sometimes it's like you kind of just want to sit down for like a real quick answer of like, all right, what's today gonna look like? What's bugging me today? What am I feeling right now? What am I? Yeah,
it's a very, very common divinatory tool to just pull 3 cards and go past, present, future.
Yeah, and personally, as I'm picking them, sometimes I'll shuffle them. Sometimes the card on top will be screaming. Sometimes you kind of gotta like smear through them like there's a little bit of mud, and you'll feel one that's kind of like drawing your hand a little bit, but you gotta kind of clear the rest out of the way.
Which tips, okay?
So that's, yeah.
So here we go. All right, so now this is the first card I drew, and this is actually, I'll show it to you right side up. It's a 6 of swords. Okay, there's 4 suits, if you will, to the tarot cards. And there are swords, coins, wands, and cups. Okay?
Yes.
And they all represent the various elements. Swords are air. Cups are water. Wands are fire. And that leaves coins for the earth. Okay? And you can tell because they have, by watching this and by listening and reading dailyastrocat.com, you know that the earth signs have to do with money things. Capricorn, Taurus,
money things,
Virgo.
and more like not just money, but like wealth and physical things that you have, and
career,
homes
rewards,
and
romance in some
all
cases.
that type of like the scope of all that you have.
Mm-hmm. Now this one came up reversed. And reversed, they changed the meaning.
Let's talk about air signs for a minute, because that's the swords.
Okay, so the air signs I actually talk about down there.
Oh,
so
all right. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, let me just do what I do.
Do your thing.
Okay, just contemplating them. We're on a journey today. Okay, that's what this card is. This card is always a journey. It's a dangerous journey at this point because it's full of self-doubt and resignation.
Right, and it's not necessarily immediate danger, but you see all those swords lined up there, and things are kind of just feeling twisty in the stomach.
Passage out of a difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just a fresh insult in my life that I may have taken. You never know. The hurt is still there. But are we there yet? Do we get there? This is what this one is. No, go ahead.
Okay, so back to the swords being air signs. They represent intelligence and ideas, just like air signs in astrology. Being, astrology is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this was the top card this morning. Yeah. And as you can tell, there's a 6 on it. 6 is the number of Venus.
Interesting.
It is associated with the signs Venus rules, which is Taurus and Libra. Okay? It was not the first card I saw today, though.
Oh, what was the first one?
Well, the first one was still at the bottom of the deck. You can see there's a deck here. 78 cards in the deck, mind you. The first one was the Sun.
Huh.
Okay.
All right.
So that was the bottommost card. It was the first one. Now, I saw that when I took them out, before I shuffled them, and then after I shuffled them, it was still on the bottom.
Oh, weird, even after the shuffle.
Correct. That's why it was there 2 times.
Interesting. So it's kind of trying to almost tell you that that's the basis of all the stuff, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a good signal.
I'll tell you what, it's perfect because we are in the Leo season.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is going to be very prominent. And you'll see why, because we're going to start talking about this right now.
Could be speaking of Leo things.
Our sun, if you look at it, it's called a major arcana card. And they're done by Roman numerals. That one is the Roman numeral. Go ahead. I took you a
Is
line.
it? Oh, it's 19. Well, why is it 19? Okay. Why is it? Yeah, I know we went over that earlier, but why is it 19?
Okay, well, you can see it right there. It's XIX, okay?
Yeah.
Now, numerology is funny because the number 19 is comprised of the number 1 and 9. And when you add them together, they equal 10.
Okay.
When you drop the 0, we come up with the number 1. So now that card actually has the 1 in it
Okay.
twice and the number 9, okay?
So that's interesting. Yeah. 1 being the basis, being the first part of our solar system. 1 is also a thing like outside of the tarot that's really associated with the sun. And the sun evidently is also in what way represented with the number 4?
It is, because what happened is that numerology is only concerned with the original 6 planets plus the sun and the moon. So now if you think about it, that's 8, okay? All of the planets had dual rulerships. And the sun and the moon have double numbers. So basically what's happening here, 1 is a number that's associated with the sun is also represented by number 4. 2 is the number of the moon, and the moon is also represented by number 7. Strange, right?
Why did they pick those numbers?
I don't know, because then every other grouping of the signs only follows through the rest of the numbers that they leave out. So 1 through 10, you get 4. There's 6 numbers left after 1 and 4 and 2 and 7. There's 6 numbers left. Every planet only has, every sign is assigned to 2 of those. Okay, we'll get into that later. You'll see.
Yeah, because
All right.
that's still confusing me. You tried earlier, you tried now. I still don't.
Well, no, it'll make sense because look, go ahead and do it.
So that leaves us with 1 and 4 being the numbers of the sun.
Correct.
But where does the 9 come into play?
Okay, this
Why am I
is-
even asking about the 9 specifically?
Okay.
The one. Okay, we established the 1 was the sun, and so we're figuring out why the 9.
Well, yeah, no,
Right.
because it's 19.
Yeah.
19 is comprised of
Yeah.
a 1 and a 9.
On the tarot card, it's 19. So
yes.
1 we established is the first planet in the solar system, sun. We get where that representation's from.
And it also represents the sum of the card, but the
Okay.
9 is also a component of it. Because 19 is 19, 1 and 9.
Yeah.
Numerology, you take the 2, you add them, and that's what gives you your number, but
Right.
still take the components into account, okay?
Right.
9 is the number of Mars.
Mhm.
Okay, this is where things get rather complicated because Mars is considered to be a malefic planet. Bad. Bad. This is the number of Aries and Scorpio. Do you see?
Yeah.
So now the number 9 has 2 signs assigned to it. The sun and the moon have 2 numbers assigned to each of them. So that means every other number that's in there is going to have 2 signs that's not the sun and moon. Okay, so 1, 2. That means 3,
So it's beginning
5.
to feel more like it's sort of like a strangely symphonic arbitrary decision that like kind of almost like how Venus rules over both Scorpio and not Scorpio, what am I saying? How it rules over Libra and Virgo.
Taurus.
That's the Taurus thing.
Venus rules over Taurus.
Venus
And
ruling
Libra.
Taurus.
Yes.
This is like so freaking
Okay,
complicated.
so now you can see she deals with this stuff every day, and she's confused. All right. Okay, so essentially what it means is that, and this is where we break the system a little bit, okay? Because while both can be equally violent, both Aries and Scorpio, Aries is quick to forgive and forget. Scorpio's never, okay? Aries is a bright and pioneering spirit. Scorpio is a very effective and powerful spirit, okay? Scorpio holds grudges and will strive to win at any cost.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only have like all of my planets in Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
Opposites, yet not opposites. Aries rules the first house in astrology and therefore shares many of the creative traits of the number 1 with Leo and the Sun.
Indeed it does.
That's where it's beginning to come together. Okay.
Well, you know, when you look at the first house is called the house of self. The ruler of the
Right.
first house is Aries. It is not the sun.
Although in astrology, the sun sign is the first identifier of self.
Correct.
But they're both like kind of an origin associated thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Which brings us to the second card I drew preparing this, the Nine of Cups. There's the 9 again. You see, we had a 19 with a 1 and a 9, and now I've got a 9.
Interesting synchronicities there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the cups, we said, water signs. Water signs are creative, empathic, and very psychic. This guy here has his cups. They're all full. He's very happy. He's sitting there and he's just got his reward. He's got his cups. He's just waiting, okay? This is the reward of the labors of both Aries and Scorpio. Why do we say that? Because of the 9.
Oh, Aries and Scorpio being associated with 9.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Because of the 9.
Oh, shoot. That's craziness.
Okay, so now you can see how the
Dawn lights on
synchronicities
Marblehead, yes.
synchronicities of everything that we've done so far is actually pulling us in this direction. From the sun to the, to the 6. The 6 is the number of Venus. Venus and Mars both together. It's always a great, great thing. And Taurus and Libra. Libra is the opposite of Aries. That's going to bring out some positive qualities in everybody. Your opposite is the things that you need to strive for, especially karmically, because that's the stuff that you need to be good at, that you're not good at because you're stuck in the other thing where you're acting in a certain way that's not good like the other parts, okay? So that's what we do, okay? Now, the last card I pulled today was the star.
Hey.
She is number 17. The star represents the sign of Aquarius. The star joins the elements of air and water. See the foot on the ground and the foot in the water?
It's like that typical water bearer
And she
imagery with
also-
the little pots
Mm-hmm.
pouring out.
Yep. The numbers is 17 if you notice it. It's XVII. It's a Roman numeral at the top, okay? Go ahead.
So the numbers 1 and 7 represent the sun and moon. The moon is number 2 and also number 7.
Mm-hmm.
And together they add up the
Yep.
the 1 of the sun and the 7 of the moon add up to
The 17 on the star adds up to 8.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Mhm.
The 1 and the 7 together.
Yeah,
Add
so
up
the
to
1 and
number
the
8.
7 on the card add up to the 8, which
It's a number of both Capricorn and Aquarius.
ruled by
Well, Aquarius was Uranus until...
No, it is Uranus.
I mean, right. It is Uranus. It was Saturn until
Correct.
we discovered
Which is
Uranus.
where the numerology meaning comes from. And we actually have Saturn parked in Aquarius right now. And our last full moon was from Aquarius.
Mm-hmm. The previous
now-
one, not the one we just got. Wait, was it the one? Yeah, the
Yes.
one we just got through.
And
Goodness
this is
sakes.
my glass of Aquarius water that we
Yay!
made with amethyst around it.
Yay!
So this will empower you to feel the energies of the moon. Now, since we're drinking water on the air, all these things tie together in a very orderly manner, as you've seen.
Yeah.
Okay? The planets,
Yeah, it's
the
not
numbers,
quite as
the
chaotic as I thought it
archetypes,
was.
the star, the sun. Just remember, these archetypes, the images on these cards, are as old as astrology itself.
See, it's interesting because I was going into this thinking that there was like one numeric association with each planet or each sign. And no, they each have like a duality, which is interesting. I guess that's kind of what brought me to the Libra.
Well,
and
think about it. You're not
Virgo
going to go
thing.
beyond 11 because you're going to start combining and you go back to the root numbers.
Yeah.
Now, traditionally, there are some numbers that cannot be broken. I think 11 is one of them. I think 23 might be one. I think 27 is another one. There's some exceptions as you go along. It depends on what system you're looking at. All right?
Yeah.
But astrology's old. It's more than 5,000 years old.
Woo! And you think you're old.
I know.
You think you're old. Let us know if you want to see a monthly tarot card draw, though, because that could be kind of cool. I mean, like, should we draw it on the new moon, the full moon? Not even just make it a random week that needs further clarification.
It
Could get
could.
interesting.
Good. Well, hey, I could certainly use the practice for it, okay?
It'd be nice. I've always liked your tarot stuff. Man, that went by really quickly.
Yep, tempus fugit. It says it. It means Latin. It means time flies.
I like Latin. That was fun, though. I mean, Latin with my Metasequoia, with Dostroboides. That's a dawn redwood. It's a tree. But speaking of fun things like Latin, we need to do another cooking video, too. But that was just like 4 little cards. We still got to cover the other signs and numbers, too.
I know we left a lot out, right? Hey, we can
Yeah.
work on that. Something is calling us, okay? We have that full container of Aquarius water.
Not quite so full anymore. We just dove into it.
Maybe it's time for a little bit of innovative side giggery, okay?
Side giggery.
Side giggery.
Giggery.
Not giggity, giggity. Giggity, okay? Giggity, giggity, giggity.
So,
All right, so,
Sunday, and it's time for us to step aside.
okay, maybe.
Fear is a limiting behavior. Limitations are keeping us down.
Us, me, you, everybody. Perhaps now this fatigue will have passed. Folks, you got to rise up against yourself and do something brilliant.
Ain't that the truth?
We are constantly in fear of the unknown. And that is why we remain so unknown.
Boo. Our key word is impairment. That's what we're doing to ourselves. We need to live the lives we want, not to be forced to live for someone else's life. Our color is pale coral. Coral is a gem that can reduce the stress and fear. It's good at warding off depression, panic, nightmares, and nervousness.
Mm-hmm. Last week we had your famous cabadactyl shriek. What treat do you have for us this Monday?
Well, that depends. You think we're going to be back to walking finally after this Rona fiasco? How many steps do you even have in today?
None.
You got like steps to the kitchen and bathroom. Been writing all day? Yeah, that's what that'll do. Monday, it's time for your Tookus to put down the Chromebook and get fit. I bet you'll be writing better after you get some more oxygen pumping to the brain.
With keyword like outward and color like bone, I'm ready to hit the road with a stick in case I'm attacked by skeletons. Where's my attack
That
dice?
sounds like a good time, actually. Tuesday, and it's time to supercharge your efforts. Are we on to something? Make things move in a positive direction.
You notice I still haven't gotten rid of this damn cough?
Yeah,
I know.
it's true.
Positively positive, but not in the COVID test way. I'm negative.
Not anymore, thankfully.
Negative, I just have the cough. Here I am, just a ray of sunshine and delight.
And hairballs.
Yes. And now it is time for a random car alarm.
That was while he was writing.
Yeah.
But stop worrying about work. Concern yourself with the alternative.
Your alternative? Yes.
Yeah. Our color is green storm sky. Accuracy and substance will matter if you have a point. Wednesday, it's going to be time for the theoretical to take on the mantle of the practical. Sounds rather painful, like becoming a werewolf.
Teeth are going! Okay.
Kind of weird when you think about it, right? We're conditioned by what Hollywood's put out.
Our keyword today is around, as in thinking around the box.
Around the box.
Listen.
We got into that on the audio this week.
Yes, listen to the daily on Wednesday to hear more about that.
Yeah.
Our color is Silver Dollar. Silver Dollar Holla.
Silver dollar. Changing something up on this day will mean something huge later on. The sounds of fall are approaching.
If a tree falls in fall, do we hear it?
those trees are starting to dry up, and there's going to be that little bit of rustling and a little bit of hollow in the air as the air cools down. Sounds of fall. Our Virgo season's approaching. So that means start getting organized today.
Imagine if leaves screamed every time they fell from the tree. God, you're loud today. Anyway, hey, I've got strategic piles of stuff, okay? I know where most everything is just in time for Thursday, okay?
Strategic doom piles, yes.
Our day to watch out for. You know, this is the day you need to get out of your own way.
Oh, Thursday?
Get stuff done today so as to free up the weekend for some spontaneous fun.
Oh, thank goodness. The key word is business cycle, and the color is damson plum jam.
Okay, so hey, it's Friday, and if you haven't done anything up to this point, you've missed the bus. Start walking.
Mom!
No, there was none of that shit when I was younger. Let me tell you. You missed the bus, you walked. You hitchhiked.
Yeah.
All right.
Oof.
So, today's about conversations, recapitulations, and planning for the next few days when we are off.
Good for us and good for you.
Mhm.
Adaptation is our keyword, and our color is sheer princess pink.
I want a sheer princess pink thing.
Sheer princess pink thing?
Like right now. Where's my tiara and my wand? Woo.
I don't have one.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Anyways, I'm the fairy godmother around here.
Oh, really?
You
You
know?
sure?
I mean,
I don't have one.
You know
my
what?
God. Let me forget the switch thing. Okay.
Well, I don't have the. You know, it must be missing the pink tool things. That's
Yes.
why I'm not
And where's the
on
wand?
my things. Yeah.
Yes.
Swish and flick.
Swish and flick. Swish and flick. Swish and flick. All right. I think that's in the daily too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I see my daily lines are not free from plagiarism. Swish and flick.
Yes.
All right. I have a feeling in my mind that Saturday is just around the corner. Look, here comes Saturday.
Oh, there it is. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Saturday.
I'm Saturday. Rest, I command you. Forget about punctuation or other things that may be fretting the nation. Secrets stolen and emboldened rhymes, they are rolling. That's my nerd core for the day. Thank you. All right.
That sounds way too much like Wally.
Oh, good. Then be Pia.
Saturday will be fun if we get our chores done early. Plan on lots of healthy fun and pizza. Do cats like pizza?
I think they like the crust.
Yeah, mommy had a cat that would eat pizza once. She would eat the mushrooms off the pizza. She really liked mushrooms. Our keyword is off, and our color is ladybug orange.
Oh, good job, Pia. Okay.
So this is our section we like to call Best Days. And today, while we're recording, is not one of them because Shane keeps choking.
I just can't do it. Anyway, I
So
think it's been 3 weeks, guys.
Oof, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
This is the third week since the positive test.
Mm-hmm.
So the best day for love shall be.
Thursday. Watch out for love. Ah, like falling rocks. You know, the signs that like say falling rock.
Ah!
Space rocks? I don't know. It's the meteor showers
Space
out there.
rocks. I want a meteorite. Where's my meteorite?
You don't want it to land because it would like take out half the neighborhood.
No, I just want like a little.
You gotta find one like
Oh,
out in the
meteorite.
desert that's like all like
Yeah.
that like obliterated
go.
civilization. Civilization at one time, you know, and be like, oh, look at this little rock, like lit up the entire continent.
Yeah.
All right, so
This tiny thing caused a big. Anyway, it's best day for business.
it is Tuesday. Aries and Taurus energy will fire up our mood.
Time to get some stuff done, huh?
Yes, indeed.
So the best day for
Best day for Saturday is Saturday. All right. Best day for transformation is Saturday.
Transformation, that's what it is. Actually, that's appropriate that you left the transformation word out because Saturday is that.
Best day for Saturday
Yes.
is Saturday.
Yes.
Learn how to do leisure time right.
Oh, that sounds
We'll all be
nice.
better off.
Yes.
Okay? Hopefully we'll have recorded and uploaded this before next Saturday.
All right. And so, with you dying, I'm just going to make the statement. The best day for health is going to be Saturday. Mind and body work together.
Mind and body work also work together.
Body and mind and body? Yeah.
Body work with crystals, yes.
Oh, yeah. I desperately needed some of that today, actually. I had some, I don't know what else you can call it, but like emotional, spiritual constipation, just to like kind of overshare there. That's, yeah, needed some crystal work. So we're going to take this week's crystals into account.
The coral.
Yeah, the coral. Have some, even if you can open like a coral colored shirt, something representative of the color to like look at and kind of vibe out on. It's helpful. You don't necessarily have to have the crystal. The crystals themselves always help, but it's all right. And perhaps a wicked idea will come to you. Hold on to that until next week.
Hey, where did you go last Thursday?
Where did I go last Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Where did you go last Thursday? Where you had to park?
It's all a blur.
IHOP.
Oh, right. This past Thursday I went to a farmer's market.
Okay. And what were they selling at the farmer's market?
Crystals.
Okay.
My Framingham girl was selling crystals.
Okay. No free advertising. Okay. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Oh, we can plagiarize, but we're not going to free advertise.
That's right. Well, you're plagiarizing me.
Plagiarizing you.
Yeah, you plagiarized me. That's what you plagiarized today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I cited my quotation from Wikipedia.
Okay, we'll swish and flick.
Swish and flick. Okay, so, hey, thank you for doing all the things. Thank you for joining us. Get to do this all together. Do all the nice things. Like, follow, hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, that might have been a good idea the whole time. Show us some love, guys, though. Talk to us. We want to know how your week is going. Did you work your magic? Feed us some feedback. Remember, it's daily-astrocat.com by Stella on Facebook.
All right. Hey, we're at another possible inflection point to take for dailyastrocat.com. You know?
We could be sick, stressed out, arguing over some strange slight, but when that record button's hit and the camera's on, we bring it.
Kind of.
We do our best to bring it, unless we're choking to death. And,
I've wondered so many times why we do this. And the simple answer is that we actually grow each and every time. We learn something, and as we're putting it forward, we're learning, and we're just bringing the knowledge.
Yeah, the camera on, even if it's only like 1 or 2 people watching, honest to God, at the end of the day, it brings us to our best selves.
30 people watched the cooking video. Just saying.
My goodness.
But they didn't come back. So, you got to come back, okay?
Bastards.
Okay. So, hey.
You never call.
Mhm.
Numerology has always been fascinating to me, though, and I kind of want to visit it more. I also love the added insight of tarot and all this. We got to get back to that, too, and dig around more.
Mm-hmm. No matter what path we take, it always leads us back here to you. This is home. All right? Have a happy Astro Week. Happy astrocatting.
Didn't record.
Didn't record 30 friggin' minutes.
Oof.